February 23rd. The time is 3:17. And just want to make another little short video on some of the comments that I've been getting. Wanted to let you guys know, I'm like with the fives that I've been seeing all the time, I'm my mother's fifth child. Okay, the fifth child. I was born in May, which is the fifth month, on the 23rd day. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And then what have I been seeing all the time? 5, 5, 5. Last few days I've been seeing it a lot. Yeah, and then that dream that I had, where I had to clear off this doorway to get inside really fast. Let me tell you something. This doorway that I was clearing out, it was old. It was an old doorway, man. Like it'd been used, who knows, hundreds of thousands of years or something, you know what I mean? Wasn't no new door. This was an old doorway. You guys, we're here at God's pleasure, okay? God's our creator. He's the maker of us. And we should be honoring him constantly, glorifying him. He's our Father God in the spirit, okay? And what do we have in us? A spirit. Doesn't it not say it? We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against spiritual principalities and wickedness in high places. That's what we're wrestling against. And he promises that we're going to get new glorified bodies that can't be like they're doing us now, using like puppets. The devil, when Jesus would remove demons from people, he would say, sin no more, or something worse could happen to you. And the devil's constantly trying to get you to sin. He's constantly trying to get you to stinking thinking. Notice how a lot of people are all wearing tight clothing, They're wanting you to look at them and stuff like that. I mean, why else would you be dressing like that? It's insane. It's insane. The red hair, the purple, the green, whatever they're doing. It's just insane what they're doing. And everybody's like this with the cell phone constantly in their face. If it's not there, then they're sitting there looking at these huge screen TVs, okay, watching Hollywood. Now, I've had some people send me some videos from movies and whatnot, saying, these movies relate with something. Yeah, Hollywood does. They give you those, they're always giving you signs of what's coming on television. They're always doing that. But, honestly, I haven't been watching, only thing I watch now is biblical. And even watching that, I question it, because Jesus said that we are to forgive those that sin against us, okay? And some of these things are being twisted in Hollywood all the time, so we have to be aware of it's not that way, because like it says, we're not fighting against flesh and blood. It's spiritual principalities. It's a spiritual battle is what we're having. That's why we have to forgive those in the flesh, because a lot of these people are just being controlled like a puppet. When I mentioned about my wrestling coach, George Steele the Animal, well, even in the churches, they're not aware that this is a spiritual battle, because that Bible clearly says that. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against spirit. And even when he made his last will and testimony about his life here, about how he was going and how he ran into problems, and he decked some guy, and all of a sudden there goes his football career. And but then he said, who knows, the Lord was getting me in a different way where I ended up doing this for my wrestling career. That's, the Lord works that way or something, you know what I mean? When really it wasn't the Lord doing it. And he thought that led him to working in the schools with children. Okay? No. The devil does this. The devil's the ruler of this world. Okay? And he wasn't acknowledging that in his Let me tell you something. I wouldn't have been acknowledging it neither had I not had my eyes opened up, I'm going to say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. That's when I started realizing there's something more to all this, okay? And a lot of your churches aren't even aware of it. They don't even talk about it, to tell you the truth. You know, and that's the Ephesians prayer. It clearly says it. Bam! Exactly what's going on here, you know? And it says, pray without ceasing. Why? Because of what's going on today. Big time. And we should have been drawing as close as we could to the Lord, you know, because of the spiritual wickedness. You know, and see, he never acknowledged that. Even on his last will and testimony on video, he didn't acknowledge that. And, but it says, you know, there's the book of remembrance for those who feared the Lord. You know, because remember, he said some of us were in the dark. You know, most of us were all in the dark. Some of us have been woken up in these end days here. Why? To get the wise together. And it's not a whole lot of wise, is it? Okay? There's a reason. Now, had he not woken us up, opened our eyes up, we would be among the foolish. We would be among them still. There's no doubt in my mind about it, man. It's a blessing that God has opened up our eyes. The Lord has opened up our eyes to do what we're doing today. This is why I do what I do with a passion. I do it with a passion, you know. Why do you think I got so many mockers against me? You know, like I'm living it up. You know what, for me, living it up, if I got the extra money and I can run my AC in this car, that's like, I'm like, yeah, you know, I can run this AC for a little while, you know, and then I gotta shut it off, man, because I ain't wasting nothing, you know. I have to be careful with everything I do. This is getting ready to come to an end now, you know. That dream I had where I seen where I had to get in and I cleared that doorway, man. I had a shovel. Boy, I'm, you know, working, getting that thing cleared. I want to make sure I can shut that door. And then I heard what was coming down. Let me tell you something, man. It made me nervous, very nervous. I knew I had to get on the other side of that door. And let me tell you, when I shut it, there was a little bitty weak latch. Have you ever seen those little latches that you got like on a toilet stall door or something, you know? You know, that ain't that very strong, is it? But let me tell you, that's all it was, just a little latch, and then it was loose. You know, and I was like, oh boy, whatever's coming, boy, it could rip that door off with ease. But did it? No, it didn't. It passed. And that's what Isaiah 26, 21, and 20 says that until he passes by, you know. And I believe that's where we're getting ready to go. And he's going to take us, we're going to be taken to a place of safety where we can go and shut that door. And that's when people are going to go, Lord, Lord, let us in. You know, because when the restrainer removes its hand, what these people are going to see is going to be horrible. It's going to be a horrible thing. There's no doubt about it. You know? I'm going to include in here that video to where this girl, she's even saying May, the 5th month. She believes it's going to be around May because of all the signs, everything that's happening. The flooding in California, they're saying they've never seen anything like this. The planets that are now being revealed out there. If you look at that eye, where it's winking, it looks like a V for the 5th age. One eye is looking through that Luciferian telescope, and the other eye is closed. But they make it look like a V for the 5. You know, this is all getting ready to happen, you guys. And you think it's just a coincidence that I'm my mother's 5th child, and that I was born in May on the 23rd? 2 plus 3 is 5. Jim Carrey made a movie about that, something about that, where he's going adding numbers, and he goes, "You think it's just a coincidence?" You know, it's not. It's not. It's not just a coincidence. God does everything. Everything God does, man, is perfect. Perfect. I mean, what do you think the odds are? I mean, add the, what child are you in your family? Okay, and then take the month that you were born. Does it line up with the, the 444, or, born on the 22nd, or the fourth child born in April on the 22nd? That's 444. Something like that. That's what I'm saying. For me to be born like that and to have a trumpet sounding, you know what I mean? A trumpet above my head. These are no coincidences. None at all. These aren't coincidences. Alright, you guys, God bless you. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. This is my last video today. I just like to reach out and communicate with you guys, It's nice to hear from you. I enjoy it. And check out the description box. And I'll have that video where she's saying she feels it's in May. You know what I mean? I've been saying it the whole time. I think it's in May because of the fives that are all around me. Now that the day and hour, I'm not even going to go there. You know why I'm not going to go there? Because Jesus said no man knows that day or hour. So I'm not even going to go there. But I'm thinking May. It's the 5th season. I feel it's in May. If it's not in May, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing something pretty powerful happening around us by then. You know what I mean? Because we know we're in that season, aren't we? God bless you guys. I love each and every one of you. And remember, the mockers and scoffers, they're fulfilling the word of God, okay? And that's the reason why they're doing what they do. And, them coming against me as much as they're coming against me, I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? I must be doing something right. God bless each and every one of you. And I long for this day when it's over, I mean, we got some very spooky, hard things coming up ahead still, but I'm longing for this to be over. And it's sadly to see so many people that's not going to make it. That's the part that I don't really care for, and and if I didn't care, I wouldn't be out here doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't have did what I've done all this time. But sadly, not everybody's going to wake up. It's just a fact. God bless you guys.